All right. All right. I think it is up and running. What time does this start? I'm reading the comments. We're just coming in here, guys. What time does this start? Now. This starts right now. I want to apologize.
Now.
I want to apologize to everybody for the delay. We had a hay truck coming today, and I had to unload it and put it away. So got a little dirty, got a little sticky, a little itchy. Had to take a shower. I had to look good for Kerry on camera. So welcome everybody to Opening the Door, episode number 8. If you don't know who I am, my name is Scott. I go by the handle Beard Times with Scott, or hey yo man, it's Beard Times with Scott right there. And this is a weekly, I guess you call, I don't want to call this an interview session, but it basically is let me get to know you session. And to be honest with you guys, the reason why I did this, because I told you guys a while back, I got into a little bit of a funk, and I'm not saying this in any ignorance to any of you all who watch my stuff, because I love all of you guys to death. I'm sorry. I gotta leave that one up there for a little while. That's funny. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When you're doing a live stream, from my point of view, sometimes it does get monotonous answering just questions. So just talking like this, it gets kind of stale. I'm not saying to be negative at all. I like to get to know people on a better basis. If you know my personality, that's how I am. I like to be cool with everybody as much as I can be. And when you're just answering questions, it's awesome. It's great. But at the same time, I'm like, man, I would love to just chat with these dudes one-on-one, just like we're doing right now. And I started watching a lot of podcasts and things and listening to them. And I literally just picked up that type of idea and brought it to you guys here. So to get this out of the way as well, if you look on my in the comments, I do have some hammers on there, and one of them I see is Tyson Faithfully Bearded. I also have Mo the Bearded Shark. I have Brian from Beards and Banjos, and I have Bearded Joey Hookem. They are my official moderators, and to me, they have my phone number, and I'm not answering any or reading all the comments, and they're pointing out all of you guys' questions and comments that I need to highlight or talk about. So that's why they are the moderators on the channel, and they're 4 of my great friends, and I trust them with my channel 1,000,000%. So that's why they're the moderators of the channel. What it do, what it is. We got Matt Sportsbeard in here. What's good?
What's up, Matt? What's up, Matt?
Thank you for tuning in, buddy. This gives us the chance for both. Exactly. But back to my alias, as we were saying. All right, guys. Enough of the introduction. If you don't know who this guy is over here, he has a story that I don't think a lot of you all know, and he already knows exactly what I'm talking about because he's like, I knew it was coming. This is a guy who he's going to tell you a little bit about his past. You're going to be like, what? Really? This is Kerry Jennings of Define Beard Company. Welcome in, my man.
Thank you. It's good to be here, man. You know, I always love hanging with you. It's fun, and to be able to do this where, we kind of can just go back and forth and talk and not have to, struggle to catch all the comments at the same time too. That's pretty cool, man.
Right.
I'm excited.
Kerry and I talk on a regular basis. We both have been pretty damn busy because I'm pretty sure you went back to work per se, didn't you?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's been slow. My real job has been slow. So I've had a lot more time to put into this. But I can see it starting to kind of pick up now, and so maybe we'll go back to the night shift like I used to do with the beard stuff, for the last few months, man. I've been doing the beard thing 24/7, but yeah, my real job definitely pays a lot more money.
And just to clarify for everybody, this is a joke before we go any further. Kerry pays me $7,000 for every video that I put out for him on YouTube. It's a joke. Once again, it's just a joke.
That's why I can't quit my day job, man, because I gotta make sure Scott's taken care of, you know.
No, Kerry reached out to me to do a review for him earlier this year, and he messaged me. He sent me the products, and that's when I got deathly sick, and I made sure I told him in advance. The company is called Defined Beard Company. There's the logo there. And if you look in the description box of the video, gentlemen, is the website and their Instagram and my discount code, which is for you guys, no affiliation. It's for you guys, BTWS15. And I'm actually wearing his newest scent, Lemon Delight. This is my nighttime scent here. I don't like food scents, but I like this one. This one is a winner.
Yeah, I forgot somebody. I can't remember who I was talking to. I said, I think I turned Scott into a food scent guy, man.
I did. I really do, because I've been digging them more. I really have. I went back to some old ones. I'm like, let me try it. And I'm like, all right, okay. And I literally just move it a little bit closer to the edge of the shelf for now. But when the madness hit not that long ago, I put out the review for Kerry, and he was sending me feedback back and forth. Man, he's like, what did you do? Like, you know, I'm running, I'm busy. I'm like, yeah, that's good. And you guys know I'm going to give it to you straight when it comes to beer products. I don't make promotional videos. I don't make commercials. That's the end of that discussion. You get a full, honest, real review from me every time. And that's the way it's always going to be. Defined Beer Company is in my top for the companies of 2019 or 2020, excuse me. I'm not going to tell you where they are. You'll find out in December. Is his oils in my top 10? You're going to have to wait and find out. And also, I'm not going to spoil anything. More Defined Beer Company to come later this year. Very soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very, very soon. Got some stuff coming, like super soon.
Super soon, like a Super Sunday Showdown or something like that.
Hopefully, yeah. As long as everything falls into place, maybe a couple of days from now, and then already got something lined up after that for in the next few weeks, and then next month is going to be probably towards the middle to the third week of July is going to be huge.
Okay,
huge for me at least.
Two quick questions for you. Do you have samples? I don't think so. Yeah, yet.
No, but now that we've got, because I mean, you know, I think when you reviewed, I still only had 2 cents right in the beginning.
And Distinguished I put out, so it was 3 at the very beginning.
So now that we've got, you know, 4, 5, we're gonna have 6. I mean, there's gonna be more coming out. Now that we've got more, I can do a sample pack. It'll be worth it, a little bit more worth it. You know, I can put all 4 or 5 in there, and so yeah, I mean, that'll be something that will come in July as well.
Joshua Ricks is asking, does he have a poured or a whipped? It is a poured butter, and poured. I'll show you really quickly here. It's real smooth. Let me put up to my light. That might be better. There we go. Super duper smooth. A little bit of body to it, which is great. I like that. I don't see citrus as foods, more a scent in this case. So what other foods do you mean?
Oh, he doesn't know there's cake in it. So
bundt cake. There's it's the scent profile is actually warm vanilla bundt cake, zesty lemon sugar glaze. I just am not a fan of the food scents. Like some people make like a cotton candy. I see one company made a chocolate chip cookie. Nothing personal. I just don't like those. But does it have wax in it? No. It is shea and mango butter, and then his carrier oil blend, which is sweet almond, fractionated coconut oil, organic argan, organic jojoba, vitamin E, and essential oil or fragrance, whatever the scent blend is. Hey, yo, Matt. Hey, yo, man.
Hey,
what's up, buddy?
Bearded Tap Matt, Texas.
Representing Buda, Texas, as I said it properly the first time.
Yeah.
So let's get into the hot seat, shall we?
Let's do it.
Kerry Jennings was actually, I apologized to him for this before. I didn't know he was one of my followers just as a personal page until he told me. I honestly do not know every single person personally that follows me on Instagram, and sorry for that reason. I really am. Do you have an Instagram? Yes, Adrian. Their Instagram is linked in the description box as well. I went ahead and did all that stuff before we went live. But it's about to get hot in here. Oh, he's in the hot seat tonight for sure. So Kerry's he when he messaged me, we started messaging back and forth, and nothing personal to Kerry. When some companies reach out to me to do reviews and such, some of them you can kind of read them via keyboard warrior. And I knew right from the get-go when Kerry messaged me, I was like, this is not a keyboard warrior. And I was like, very few people I give my phone number out to, because you can't trust people in the world, number one. But I was like, this is a dude I'm connecting with him already. And sure enough, we talk quite a bit now. And we found out we have a lot more in common than people would expect. And I was like, damn, we actually have something coming out in the future later this year. You'll find out more about that about October. That's the end of that discussion. But Kerry he took a year. You said it was about a year, and you just bought products and learned the craft, right? I don't want to say it incorrectly. You learned the bearding concept and game, right?
Yeah, I mean, not even just the beard part, but even just the cosmetic industry. And I tried to delve deep into that stuff and just learn, teach myself. I didn't want to be one of those guys that just dumps oil in a jug and sells it. I wanted to study up on what ingredients, how they interact with each other, because you can think that certain ingredients are going to be great on paper, but when you put them together in real life, it doesn't work. So you have to kind of know what ingredients work with each other and what works the best. And so I spent quite a bit of time. Yeah, I spent all of 2019. I've said it before. I was in no hurry to launch my company. I wanted everything to be right. I didn't even launch with a butter because it wasn't ready yet. And so I didn't want to throw that out there. I won't do that. It has to be perfect for me to throw it out there. And so, January 1st, 2020, I launched. So yeah, I spent an entire year just studying up and trying and throwing money down the drain, testing and doing all that, and launched on January 1st, and seems to be going pretty well so far.
Now I got to ask you, being that I'm not going to call you a new kid on the block anymore. You're literally a half a year in, so you lost the new kid on the block title by far.
No excuses anymore, huh?
Well, you've lasted half a year, so that's why I say that. But I got to ask you, just like as you said, have you? You don't have to answer this, but if you do, have you spent more money by wasting it, or have you wasted more money, or have you gotten it back?
I would say that over the last 3 months, I'm starting to get some money back.
Good.
I'm not going to lie. I mean,
I asked that question because I know you probably spent a good 9 months last year throwing away money, literally. Mm-hmm. That's why I was like, have you seen the turnaround yet? Yeah,
I have. But the thing is, though, is I put it all right back into the company.
Right.
And that's why I said, you just wait till, July, because it's going to be huge. I mean, I've really invested into what I'm doing, and it's going to show pretty soon over the next month. So
good. Yeah. I know what he's talking about, everyone, and I have sworn not to say what's coming, and you're not going to. Don't message me. Secrets. No, I can't break the circle of trust with Kerry. I can't do it. It's going to be good. From what we're talking about it off of camera, you guys are going to be like, okay. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to ruin it. So let's talk about. So let's go back. Let's take us back to the early history. Are you a homegrown all the way Texas guy, or are you from somewhere else?
No, I was born and raised in Houston, Texas.
Home of the
lived there for. I grew up there, lived there for 17 years, and Then I went to college in Waco at Baylor University. I played football at Baylor. I was a tight end in the early 90s. I'll be 47 in August. I know a lot of people think I'm younger than I am, but I'm actually pretty old, you know. So, but yeah, no, and I've been in Texas my entire life.
Okay, so you literally just answered my whole like 2 or 3 questions. So you're a girl.
Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, you know, your family's all from Texas. You went to school in Texas. That's what I'm going to ask you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you have your missus, and you got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got a 10-year-old daughter, and I got a 20-year-old son in college.
Awesome. Now, is he following Daddy's footsteps?
He's not gonna start any beard companies, but he does all my labels for me.
Really?
He is the creator of the labels. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
mean, we work together, but
right.
I've got something, I do have something coming out pretty soon. It'll be the first time I really gave him 100% control. I said, "Here's what I'm looking for. Show me what you got." And it was awesome.
Kerry's labels. Well, since we're talking about that, I'm going to show you. I've kept this in this box on purpose for tonight. I've used it one time. He was nice enough to send me his El Natural pack. So when you get a package from Define Beard Company, you get this, but they're actually printed on now. So keep that in mind, everybody. And you open up your package and you get something like this, literally like this. You get the package, and this is his Unscented line. So we're going to start with literally, I think, one of the slickest looking packages. Literally black and white. You got your social media, the company. Turn it down a little bit, please. If someone can hear my TV, please tell me in the comments, or Kerry. And when Kerry first started, he had tins for the balm. That's fine. That's standard in companies. He wanted to go with an all-around same look. So you get a 4-ounce jar of butter and a 2-ounce jar of balm. These freaking things are heavy, so you could probably hurt somebody with them.
Yeah. No, those.
But his labeling, again, his packaging, it's just slick. I like it. I really like the black and the white look. It's just classy to me. People may say, "Oh, it's cheap." Just because you think it's cheap doesn't mean it doesn't have class. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and the funny thing is anybody who thinks that I'm saving money with black and white, I have color on the label. It's on the social media icons, so it is color too. And the truth being told is that black and white and color are the same price.
Kerry, a question from Josh. Do you use other beer companies' products?
Oh, hell yeah. Here, I got some here, man. I used this just recently.
That's a good one. That's
Gentleman's Mac, man. Chris is a really good guy. I talk to him quite a bit. I wear his stuff. I
gotta ask you, what all ones did you get?
From him?
Yeah.
I just got the Gentleman Mac. I got the oil and butter.
Dude, the Roaring 20s. Oh my gosh.
I gotta try that. Yeah.
Oh man, that's me and Brian all day long. That scent is incredible, man.
Yeah, I'll try that one. Yeah, I mean, I use, like I said, I showed that. I got Epic Beards. I feel bad if Sean's in here. I don't know if he's in here. I haven't told him. I've been meaning to say, "Hey man, I got your stuff. I love it." But I've just been so busy.
They don't use other people's products, and I understand, because it kind of takes away from your craft. I get it, but at the same time, it not necessarily. I mean, you see what the competition's all about. It's you're showing support to another company. And I think it's cool.
Yeah, no, I wear. I mean, and you know what? I wear my stuff 90% of the time. I'm not gonna lie. So at least 1 or 2 days out of the week, I try to wear somebody else's stuff that I like. I mean, I don't just like throw anything in, but Fable. I'll wear the Grower, Chesapeake, Cavalry. I only wear Cavalry every once in a while because you'll smell like Cavalry for the next.
You'll smell like Cavalry for a week. I can tell you that.
It's good. It's good though.
I've ever smelled.
Yeah. And Broke-Ass Beard Supply.
Good company for very non-expensive prices. You can't deny it, man.
Yeah. Eric's a good guy, and I mean, I wear, I wear a lot of the companies that I talk to, if they've got good products.
Look who it is, the business beard.
Oh, it's Matt. Matt, I promise you, I'm going to send you something. I'm just waiting for the whole shebang, man. I want Matt to have the whole thing. I didn't want to send him 2 cents, so I haven't forgot about you, buddy. Trust me.
You are going to really enjoy this company. I will tell you that. You can call me. We'll talk about it privately. You are going to love them. Welcome in, Cory from Weatherbeard. How you doing? But let's talk about. All right. Let me let the cat back. One of the main reasons why Kerry and I have a connection, which we found out through our conversation. We had about a 4-hour-long conversation on the phone a while back. Kerry's a musician, and he doesn't tell everybody that he was/is. He considers himself to be retired. Oh, you got a question from Faithfully Bearded. Any new scents coming soon?
Yeah, I do have one coming soon. I can't show you the actual label, but it's right here. Yeah, couple of days. We got some new stuff coming.
Don't message me, people. I ain't letting it out. I'm not going to do that. But you guys are going to dig it. I'll just say that. Kerry's a musician, and I consider myself an 80s and a 90s kid, and I know Kerry does as well. He was a part, I don't want to criticize, you were part of that new metal era, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, man. It was right when that first started, and we were a little bit heavier, but we still ended up in that genre, I guess you'd say.
I was listening to Powder Burn. That was the name of Kerry's band, Powder Burn, based out of Houston?
Austin.
Okay, based out of Austin. They're on Spotify. They're on YouTube. iTunes.
Yeah.
And they're still playing, right?
No, they're done. They're done now. But I left the band. God, man, I feel like it's been almost 20 years. It's been like 18 years. But no, they did continue to go on. Because I was the lead singer. We were a 5-man band, and then they continued to go on with 4 of them. I think they might have added another guitarist, but they went on for about another 7 or 8 years, I'd say. I mean, I have nothing, bad to say about them or anything like that. It was a time in my life when my first son was born, and it was just time for me to move on. It wasn't anything. I mean, there was stuff behind the scenes, but it was, that wasn't the major factor. I could have dealt with everything else, but with my son being born, and I was just, all the touring and traveling and constantly being in front of a camera and things like that, which, I guess I'm in front of one right now, but not as much. And, and always being on the road, and it's fun for a while, but once you start getting kids and your wife is starting to miss you, and, you eventually I had to just make a decision, and I just decided to walk away. But it was a ton of fun. I wouldn't have traded those times for the world, man. It was great.
We got two people asking, is there a hint? That's up to you. That's on you.
Is there a hint for what, the scent?
Tyson saying, what, you can't tease us? And then we got Bluegrass asking for a hint. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give way. I can't do it.
Well, Tyson knows exactly what's in it. Should I give it? Should I drop the one that everybody always wants to know if is in it, or should I just leave it? Should I pick something simple that's in it? Let's see what he says.
I can't make that decision.
Yeah, there is one thing in it that everybody loves. I mean, it's not the dominant scent, but there is oud in it. So I
know the whole scent profile, but I won't tell anybody. So I'm like, okay. And from what I was told, you're gonna be like, damn. You're like, okay.
It's sweet. It's still got some bite. It's cologne. And the one thing I can say is that, I mean, with most of my scents, you've never smelled anything like it. You're not going to find you're not going to find a duplicate. And so,
Very true.
and and I worked with somebody on that for months and months and months because they are they like to make it hard on me.
And that's good.
He's in the chat.
It makes you a better maker and such. And if you kind of step out of your comfort zone, you're like, damn it. All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah. It was fun. It took months to do it, and changed profiles many times. And because, when you're doing something with someone else, you want to make sure it's something that both parties enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a profile in there that I didn't really like, and then when I wanted to put something there, it was what they didn't really like, and so we pretty much just removed both of those and went from there.
Is it shark approved? I don't know about that.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Mo had to pass on Lemon Delight because he doesn't like lemon. Lemon gives him heartburn.
When's the release?
Okay, so I actually shipped it to, I'll just say it. It doesn't matter. I shipped it to Tyson today, Express. So as long as it gets there Saturday to him, then the release will be on Sunday night on his channel.
It's a collaboration between Tyson, a Faithfully Bearded, and Kerry and Defined Beard Company. I know everything about it. And like I said, you guys are going to be like, oh, okay. So we'll leave it at that. You guys are going to really enjoy it. Someone asked up there a little bit ago about the labeling. You're going to have to wait and see. We're not going to give out any more secrets about it. The build up will be worth it. Trust me. You guys are going to be like, dang. Okay. This one, they didn't mess around. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I went pretty deep on this one. I would say it's probably the most complex one I've done. I know the others are pretty complex, but this one was hard. It took some time, but I'm excited for the way it turned out. I'm wearing it right now. I love it.
Good.
Billy Rogers nailed it, man. He found the secret. It's oud and pineapple pizza.
There it is. It's probably oud and Big Macs. That's what Camo Camp said. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Big Mac sauce and oud.
Yeah.
But I got to talk about this because it's real. Music's a big part of my life still to this day. I don't know if you feel that way, but it's with me every day. I still miss it to the life on the road. Would you say it's more good or bad?
And I would say that, I had some great times. Don't get me wrong. I had some great times on the road. But with everything that goes on behind the scenes that the fans don't know about, it's hard to get 4 or 5 guys to agree on everything at the same time every day. When you're in a bus or a van or whatever stage of our career it was, it was challenging. We all had opinions, but don't get me wrong. It has its perks. There's some good things about it. There's a lot of good things, but yeah, there was, I think a lot of fans, music fans don't realize, well, they might realize, they don't really realize how much bands fight behind the scenes, and you have a fight on the, in the bus and you get off and you go on stage, but it looks like, we would throw everything away when we got on stage. We didn't bring any of that on stage. So,
yeah.
And a lot of times it would bring us back together. Say we had a fight during the day or something, and then we'd play our show that night and everything was back to normal again. We're all happy again. So, in a way, I think the stage brought us back together, I
try to explain to people what, is they ask, because most people, they don't want to do it because they're shy. They don't want to, they can't do it and stand up in front of people and perform of that nature. Not necessarily screaming heavy metal crap all the time, but just performing, whether you're just singing, playing a violin or whatever. People have stage fright. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And that, like, people always, that was the number one question I got from a lot of people was where do you get the courage to get? I'm like, it's an adrenaline rush that you will never, ever be able to explain until you step out in front of a crowd, whether it's 10 people or thousands, and you are presenting to the world what you created in a musical form. It's music is a way of expression, obviously.
Yeah.
And when you put that out there and people are like in awe or they're singing your words back, and it's a rush that no drug will ever imitate. I'm telling you. I can't. That's about as good as I can say it.
Yeah, we were pretty intense, and so, I'm not gonna lie. For the first year, me and my guitarist, we'd get so worked up, but we were also nervous too. We would throw up before we went on stage every single time. I'm talking. Get upstairs, get on the stage, and throw up and go right to the microphone. Yeah. And then I'm fine. I'm good.
What were the biggest crowds you played for? Billy Rogers is asking.
Well, maybe, let's see, the Ozfest, 15,000, 10,000, 10 to 15, somewhere in that place. We played shows anywhere from, when we started, it was, when you first start, there's 10 people, and then you start to get traction. Well, back then, there was something called mp3.com. I don't know if you remember that. You remember that? Okay, so, we put out this little EP, and we were playing around Texas, and we were, doing okay. I mean, we were still small, so we were averaging a couple of hundred people a show, But then we uploaded a song, which is the first song on the first album, to mp3.com, because that was what you did back then. It was like Spotify, but
that was the place to be.
Yeah. And we went to number 1 on the metalcore charts in the world probably 3 weeks after we uploaded it. And I'm not just talking about in the US, I'm talking about all over the world. And for the most downloaded metal song. Metalcore song. They had like different genres: metalcore, metal, speed metal, and after that, that's when we started to really notice that we were chasing our tail at that point, because then everybody wanted us to play. Everybody wanted us to play, and that's when things started getting deep. You start doing festivals, and we got signed by a management company, a booking agency, and everything that we had wished for, because when we first started, it was us. I booked the shows, I did everything. And I kept saying the whole time, we all did. We were like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to play music. I don't want to book the shows. I don't want to be in charge, any of that. As soon as we signed to a booking agency, we were like, what have we done? We have, they email you. Well, back then they just called you, because we didn't do a lot of email, but they call you and they tell you where you need to be. And,
and that was it.
You didn't have a choice. The money's already there. It's done. And you've already committed. We've committed you to play in this. You're going to be in this city this day. You're going to be in this city. They'd send you a schedule, and you'd be like, oh no, what have we done? What have we done?
I'm like you, man. When I was in 3 major bands, this figure 1818, which I toured more with, and Solace, and I booked the shows for all of them. It just worked out that way. It worked out that I was the booking guy, and we had a booking agent. And the funny thing is, it was one of my old good friends who he was a promoter. He played in a punk rock band, but he liked metal music. He didn't like to play it. He just liked to watch and be in the scene. It was crazy that this figure had a punk rock band, a dude, for a booking agent. And he got us some of the awesomest shows. Like, we brought Sworn Enemy to my area.
Oh, yeah.
That's an awesome freaking band. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, yeah.
We brought Full Blown Chaos, and they slept on my floor at my house. Literally, they came. We brought Hell Within. They didn't last very long. They were good. Mark Rizzo. Got Mark Rizzo to play. And that was awesome because he's like a Joe Satriani freaking clone, you know.
Yeah.
He got us to play with Cataclysm, which was awesome. He was one of the few people that had my phone number to my job. He called me. He booked us a tour to go to Europe, and we didn't have passports, like legit. Well, it was when Full Blown Chaos got on the brother company of Metal Blade, and they're like, Full Blown's taking you to Europe. And I was like, no, we don't have passports. We can't go.
Yeah.
Little
he didn't. Metal Blade kind of had the monopoly on the metal scene back then until Roadrunner came along.
Yep. And the funny thing is nowadays people are like, who's Roadrunner?
I know. Is Roadrunner even around anymore? I don't think so.
Slipknot still puts their albums out on Roadrunner Records.
Do they really? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was, man, that we kind of had a little leg up, I guess you'd say, because our bass guitarist, his girlfriend was the A&R rep for Godsmack.
Nice.
So, we actually ended up parting ways with him. I'm not going to get into all that, but
yeah,
I hope he's doing well. I haven't talked to him in 20 years, but and so I can remember, like, we were playing with Godsmack, Everlast. Do you remember Everlast from House of Pain?
I played with him before.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were literally, his girlfriend, since she was A&R rep for Godsmack, we were literally throwing out to the crowd sample cassettes, tapes. I'm talking tapes here, not CDs, nothing like that. Cassettes of Limp Bizkit and Slipknot when nobody knew who they were.
I can believe that.
Yeah. So, those were good times, man.
I have one of the few CDs that people are try to find in the world. Actually, I have two. I have the very first Slipknot album they put out, Made, Feed, Kill, Repeat.
Oh,
And I have Limp Bizkit's demo that got them signed.
Oh, really?
That is rare to find, and I literally found it from a bootleg website. I have it saved on a hard drive.
Make, Feed, Kill, Repeat was basically versions of what was on the first album, but just done differently, and the production wasn't as good as well.
Yeah.
But that was our very first EP was called Mouse on a Harley. And we got it from the Made, Feed, Kill, Repeat because Cory said it.
Funny thing is, it's not Cory. That's Anders.
Oh, it was okay. The first guy,
yeah. He was the one who said it. But there's a lot of similarities there with Cory. You hear it. It's like, damn, this is really good.
And the thing is, like, most people don't realize, like, they see Slipknot. Some people might, I don't know, but a lot of people think when they see Slipknot, they're like, oh, these guys are just these crazy guys. They're insane. They're probably just out of their mind. Not at all, man. I'm talking these guys are laid back, nerdy. They fight a lot. Don't get me wrong. But like I said, goes back to the trying to get 9 guys to agree on the same thing. It's too hard, and so. I can remember when we played those shows back then, and they still couldn't show their faces yet. Now it's everybody knows who Cory is because he was in Stone Sour. I mean, you see him everywhere, but every picture we ever took with him, Cory used to wear this cowboy hat, this black cowboy hat.
Yeah.
He would always have to pull it down, and he'd always give you the finger, put the finger over his face. And so those were interesting times, man. It was fun to see those guys. I mean, we played with them in Killeen, Texas, which is Fort Hood. That's where Killeen is. And maybe 600 or 700 people there. I don't know, but it was the wildest night of my entire life. They blew the power out of the building. I'm serious. In the middle of the show, everything cut out.
Wow.
And Clown went berserk. He was pissed. I mean, throwing stuff, and I was just like, this is so awesome. I can't believe we got to witness this. But then to see the progression of those guys become probably would you agree the biggest metal band in the last 2 decades for sure? I mean,
I think they, in all honesty, because if you look at these big festivals that they do around the world now, you pretty much know who the top dogs are, and it's no secret. Slipknot is one of them. Korn's one of them still to this day. Metallica, whether you say they're about the money or not, people want to see them. You know,
Yeah.
it's.
Well, I mean, there's old guys like me that are still going to go see them. I mean, I just saw Slipknot 4 or 5 months ago.
Did you play? Did you play at Oz and Kylene with Drowning Pool, Nonpoint, and Kitty?
Yes, me and Kitty. Wow, man.
Played with them. They were awesome.
Yeah, me and Dave from Drowning Pool, the lead singer. Rest in peace, Dave. We were really good friends. There's a video of this. I got to try to find that if I can. Of me and Dave in Austin doing an acoustic version of Every Rose Has Its Thorn. But Drowning Pool was on the same booking agency as we were. So that's how we got connected to Drowning Pool. There was another band called Un Loco that was signed to them. Fastball. I forgot, my wife just reminded me. You know, a lot of, you know, they had a very diverse group of bands on their roster.
I got to play. I'm reading these people's comments. I got to play with Lamb of God before they were the big Lamb of God. Like when they put out New American Gospel, and they were playing in Richmond at the Canal Club, and I played with them. Like literally, we didn't know who they were. You know, they were like just coming to get known. And I heard Black Label, and I'm like, that is one of the greatest freaking walls of death, like things you could ever see. I'm like, God, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But he just says 1, 2, 3, and go, and the crowd just explodes. It's crazy.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people realize that, you know, like Drowning Pool, they're from Dallas. You know, yeah. So that's how, you know, we were kind of that new era. Powder Burn, Drowning Pool, and Un Loco was like, that's what Texas was doing then, you know, and Drowning Pool really took off, man. But yeah, playing at Oz and Kylene, I can't believe somebody just said that.
Makes you feel old, but it brings back awesome memories, man.
Oh yeah, man. There was Area 51 too in Kylene, I believe. There was Fort Hood. I mean, Kylene is, you know, it's not the most, it's a very financially challenged city. I guess I'll just put it like that, you know.
You when you were playing with some of my heroes still, you know, they're still around now. Because my all-time favorite band, you guys can laugh, I don't care, is Stained. Always will be, always will be. Yeah. Love that band. I love them. I've seen them. I don't even know how many times I've seen them. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
And one that I still listen to this day, and I know you played with, Flaw.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They are still awesome. Still kicking ass, man.
Yeah. Man, those it brings back memories when you say these names, you know. It's like wow.
I don't listen to music that is now. I don't.
Yeah.
Very little. Very little.
I mean, the only newer stuff, and they're not even really new. Like, I mean, I'm wearing a Parkway Drive shirt. I love Parkway Drive, you know, Kill Switch Engage. But those guys have all been around for over a decade. But
they've been around since the 2000s. 20 years.
You know. I listen to Bring Me the Horizon. I know a lot of people are iffy on them because they started out raw, extremely heavy, and now they've gone into the pop genre, you know. But when you've been doing something,
look at it this way, people. Metallica did it, and they're still awesome, regardless of what you say. They're still awesome.
Yeah,
here's what I say as a comparison to as you're talking about people changing and selling out, whatever. Here's my take on it. People are going. This is going to be a hated comment of mine. Go listen to the album Metallica Load when grunge was the awesomest thing in the world. And then come and talk to me now. Like literally listen to it now and come and talk to me. It's one of the greatest albums they ever made. It was awesome. Yeah. And they literally did not try to be grunge. They were just grunge influenced. I think Load is one of the best albums they ever put out. I love that album, beginning to end.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's, man, and back then there was so many bands, you know. I mean, I don't know if it's like that now. I mean, I know there's a lot of the younger generation a younger band's coming up. But I mean, to go back to Bring Me to the Horizon, I mean, when you're in it as long as they've been in it, they started out when they were kids. I mean, they were like 15, 16 years old, and now they're almost 30. So eventually you got to make a choice, man. You know, it's like, I'm either going to quit the band and get a real job, or we're going to adjust our music a little bit to where we can make lots of money on it, you know? And of course, I mean, they went maybe overboard because, you know, they went straight to the pop stuff. But, you know, I mean, I tried to support.
Hey, Dave, thanks, man. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you.
Who is that? Oh, Dave.
Yeah, What's up, Dave?
What's up, Dave?
You got a comment here. Metallica still gets it done except for Saint Anger. I will say this. Best song on that album is Frantic. I love playing that song on guitar or drums. It's a groovy tune. I love it. Love that song. Not the whole album, but that song I will jam to all day long because it was on Guitar Hero Metallica. I would 100% that entire song every time I played it.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I just, it's not that I don't want to talk about being in the band or anything. Like, it was never like that. I just never wanted it to overshadow what I'm doing. And so now that once I got into the beard game, now that I'm 6 months in and things have kind of rounding out the way I want them, I feel more comfortable, you know, like opening up about that side of my life. I mean, those were crazy times, man. You know, I'm not going to lie, there was drugs, there was alcohol, there was everything, you know, there was women.
Yeah.
You know, so when you say, you know, was it good or was it bad? I mean, it was good, but a lot of times those things may turn bad too as well. And I'm completely sober now. I have been for a long time, but when you are in a band that is touring all the time, and when you start to play with larger bands, and, you know, we weren't the headliners, and we opened for all these people, you know? And so people offer you things, and everybody gives you things for free, you know? And you never know what it is, you know? I mean, half the time you go to a different city, it's like everybody's trying to throw stuff at you. And when you're young and you don't know better, you're just going to soak it right up, you know? But now looking back, I'm like, damn, there's some things I definitely could have not done back then.
Reading the comments here, Tyson said he can't get past Breaking Benjamin. Now I'm waiting to see if he's saying that's a good thing. If you want to call it baby, just go ahead now. You're a goofball. I don't know if Tyson's saying that he likes them or he doesn't. I like them. I really do. I think that Ben Burley is a good songwriter.
He's an excellent singer.
Yeah, he can sing his ass off. He really can. Yeah. I know a lot of people, it all sounds the same. It all sounds the same. Let me put this. Let me explain this to the world when it comes to music. You can say that all bands, they all sound the same. They all sound the same. Well, Metallica just put out a new album and it sounds just like the other one. Every band in the world, in one way, shape, or form, has copied Black Sabbath. By the
That's because that's how every guitar player learned.
So you could say that everyone has ripped off Black Sabbath. It's the truth. It is the truth. That is the long and the short of that right there.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that goes back to what I was saying was our band was 5 guys with 5 different genres that we really loved. Like, there was me and Josh, one of our guitarists. He was from Austin, so he was from Texas, and Joel, our drummer, was. But then we had another guitarist and a bassist who were from New Jersey and New York. And so they were more into like Dream Theater and things like that. Like 10-minute songs, 15-minute songs. And me and Josh were like, I mean, you've listened to it. We were like 2 minutes, boom, done. Like rah, just get it over with. But and so trying to you go in the studio and you try to get everybody together on the same page, and it's crazy, man. But yeah, you have to find a way to mold everybody's genres into your own. I mean, that's really the hardest. That was probably the hardest part of it, was just saying, hey, I listen to I used to listen to a lot of punk music too. I was in a punk band long before I was in Powder Burn. It was called the Dana 40s, but you'll never find it because it was back when I don't even think it was on the internet. It was long before that. But
Led Zeppelin apparently ripped off every band in the world prior to them. I'm a big fan of Led Zeppelin. I always have been, always will be. I love that group. I will say there is a band who's ripped them off completely. I'm not saying I don't like them, but when I hear them, it's, oh my God, they're trying to be like Led Zeppelin. It's Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah.
They sound really good, but I'm like, okay, you sound like Led Zeppelin.
Well, the first time I ever heard that band, I thought it was Led Zeppelin. I was like,
me too.
Is this a song I haven't heard? I didn't think there was a song
my coworker, he says, take this song, we need to listen to it. I didn't even know what the hell it was. And I come back the next day. I said, dude, this is Led Zeppelin. Anyone like Tool? You damn right. That is a band you either like or you don't. There is no middle. No middle.
Yeah.
Kerry's
Maynard is an interesting person.
Kerry's favorite punk band.
Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to have to go with, man, are we talking like punk or are we talking like pop punk?
I don't know.
I don't want to say the same people. Like, I don't want to say Blink 182. I don't want to talk about the poppy stuff. I'm trying to think of, man, why is it, it's the name of them is escaping me, but they still play today.
Rancid. I'm trying to think of a group. Rancid.
Rancid was good. No Effects was probably my favorite punk band just because they were so damn silly all the time.
Yeah.
Those guys were crazy. I mean, just nuts. Fat Mike, they were just good, funny guys, but No Effects was probably one of my favorite ones. I mean, a lot of people won't even call them punk because they were so poppy, but they truly were. They were punk. They started that stuff back with Rancid. I mean, hell, what is it? Rancid was what, Billy Joe's brother from Green Day? Isn't lead singer of Rancid? Isn't that Billy Joe's brother?
And that's his stage name.
Punk and Drublick. That album, the No Effects Punk and Drublick. Linoleum. That song Linoleum was crazy. Those were good times, man. Those were really good times.
My old favorites, like old favorites, is The Doors. I just love The Doors. The Doors, Zeppelin, Sabbath. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like the Beatles. I'm not a fan. I just can't get into them. Never have, probably never will.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd. I love Pink Floyd. Like the newer, so going a little newer. How can you not like Ozzy? He's still good.
Yeah.
I love Ozzy. The Big Four, obviously the Big Four. Everyone knows I'm a Slayer fan. Everybody knows that. I love Slayer. I honestly think I like Slayer more than I do Metallica. If in order, it would probably wind up being Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Metallica. That's probably what it would wind up being.
Yeah, Anthrax. I mean, obviously, going back to punk, like Misfits.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge Misfits fan. And then we got to play with the Misfits.
Oh, wow.
Not with Michael Graves, though. It was after that. But wasn't the same. But, we also played with Anthrax as well. That was part of the show in Killeen. Anthrax, Slipknot, somebody else. I can't remember. I don't remember a lot of things back then. When you said Kitty, there was another band in Killeen that almost got really popular, and they had a female singer, and I can't remember.
Okay.
No, I can't remember her name.
I used to listen to her, but I can't get into them. What's a song you would be fine never hearing again in your life? The Barbie song.
The Barbie song.
Yeah.
Never hearing again?
Good question.
Are we just talking about in general?
Yeah, I think so.
What about that techno song, What Is Love, that was man, you can still turn on the radio today and suddenly they're playing that and I'm like, why? Yeah. No, I mean, those were. I mean, you just saying that just brings back memories. You know, Anthrax, Misfits, man. You know, those were bands that I grew up listening to, and then found myself on the stage with them, and I was just in shock. You know, and I can tell you this: that playing with the Misfits sucked because Jerry only is not cool. I'm going to say that on a video right now. They were not cool at all. I mean, as far as like behind the scenes, and but Anthrax, totally different. Fun guys, man. Scotty, I mean, they were just great. They were awesome. They were super good guys.
Sound amazing live. They sound so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was this close, so super close. Up here in the local scene, we have a lot of tribute bands, and I do not make fun of them at all. You know, they're still paying tribute to their heroes. I think that's awesome. We have a Metallica tribute band, and they're good friends of mine, and they're really good. We have a Slayer tribute band that is close to New York, and they are freaking Slayer. Like, they look like them to a T. Oh my God. They play pretty much everything to a T. I almost started and had an Anthrax tribute band. I was going to be the drummer, and because a lot of people wanted me to sing it, and I was like, no. It's like, there's no way I could pull that off. But what we were going to do, we were only going to perform the Joey albums. I was like, I love John Bush, but when you think of Anthrax, you're like, it's got to be the old school. Like, our first show. I rehearsed with them. We were going to do the entire Among the Living album beginning to end. That was going to be our set for a while. That's brutal album, man.
Beardius Maximus is asking if I've ever heard of the Spasmatics. Oh, hell yes. Yes.
That's cool.
In fact, my wife, her best friend works for a company. Like, actually, she doesn't work for him anymore. I think she got laid off a few months ago, has a different job now. But she worked for a company that had a big Christmas party every year. And last year was the Spasmatics played their Christmas party.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. No, those guys they're fun. Just fun, man.
So if you had the opportunity, would you play again?
You know, I get the urge. You know how it is. You can go for months going, you know, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to see the stage ever again. And then you hear a song that brings you back to those times. And for the next week or two, you're going, I want to get back up on stage, man. I want to get back up on stage, you know. But if I could, I mean, yeah, if I could financially support myself and do it, I'd do it in a heartbeat, for sure.
You can thank Pete because he got me back into it, even if it was a 30-second little clip. But
yeah, no, that was awesome. You guys killed it, man. That was
well,
really
that was
good.
literally just a condenser mic recorded and sent to him, and he did the rest. That was real simple.
Yeah,
the rest of the tune, just as good as what you guys heard. Like I said, it was his idea, and actually, shouldn't let this out of the bag. We have another bearding company that's joining it now. Jeffrey from Bad Dog Beer Company. We're going to work on something together. He's going to be the bass player.
Well, now all you need is vocals.
Well, we do have
that.
A singer, so we may have to do this via the internet. It's doable.
Man, you know, if like I said, if because I'll say this, before we signed our life over, you know, to all, you know, a booking agent, a manager, a management company, things were okay, you know, but you soon realize that with the fame, unless you are Korn, Slipknot, unless you hit it to that level, you're not going to be able to do it forever. I mean, because the money was going somewhere, but it wasn't going to us.
That's right. I don't want to call the music industry a fan, or you know, if you're in it for money, you're in it for the wrong reason. You got to do it, and if you get lucky, stay that way. Keep yourself that way, because that's about the only way you're going to keep going.
Yeah. You know, it's tough to make money in the music industry, because if you try to do it independent, you're probably never going to make that much anyway. But if you sign it over to somebody else, you're probably not going to make much anyway until you start selling, until you go platinum. Really, even gold isn't going to keep you in business in a band.
No. I'm reading this comment here. I have not watched that, but I've been told by a lot of people I need to watch that movie, The Dirt, about Motley Crue. I've heard that is a really good movie. I need to watch.
I've seen it.
Is
I've
it
seen
good?
it.
Is it good?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I don't know how much of it is factual, but if it is, then damn. You know what
Well,
I
they
mean?
had to sign off on it, so you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to watch it. I want to break down and watch it. The one group you want to, or what the one group you're like, I got to play with them before I die. Who would it be?
That's tough. I'm gonna, you know.
Well, knowing you know, there's still that opportunity. Like they're still playing there.
You mean like somebody that we had never played with, like just anyone? God, man, you know, I want to say the guys who are on my shirt, Parkway Drive.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the Australia thing or what, or just that they're just really cool guys, man. But I mean, if you want to go big, you want to go big. I think I'd want to, you know, I'd probably, it would probably have to be Metallica.
Really? Me,
I mean,
honestly, mine
just
would
once.
mine will probably, you know, mine would obviously be Stain, but I got to do mine. Hatebreed. I got to do it.
Oh yeah.
I got to perform on stage as Jamie Josta because I was this far away from him, front row, and I'm singing his words right to him, and he looks over, and it was when Sean Martin was in the group, his old guitar player. He's like, "Get him up here." I sang 3 tunes with him. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
Like he's like, "Dude, you sound just like me. Here, do it." Our band was there, and they're just like, I was on cloud 9. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, I mean, I never, you know, I didn't listen to a ton of Metallica, but you know, if I was gonna have to go to the grave and they said, "Hey, you can play with one big band," you know, then I'd have to go. I'd have to go with that for sure because I know it'd be a stadium full of people, you know, and they'd be just as old as me.
So, I guess it's safe to say that it really has influenced and changed your life.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. It turned me into I would say a better man. You know, with my son being born and you know, it basically just getting my life back on track after all that. It was a whirlwind. It was fun and it was great, but you know, it was just time. It was just time for me to put it away and move on. And
my dream venue to play, Ozfest. I can't lie, just Ozfest. Period. Someone over here already has.
Yeah, you're. If you want to talk about venues, I'd want to play Wembley Stadium overseas. You know, just any type of stadium show. You know.
This guy talking about this quite. You were talking about it earlier. The Kylene band, Astriction.
No, they were called. Actually, I know what they were called. They were called MyFix. MIPHIX.
Tyson's asking. I got how's Stephen Condon doing? Do you know him like that?
We don't talk very often. But I worked with Stephen probably 2007.
Okay.
Before he even owned. I mean, he was. I think he was in the beginning stages of Boss Man.
Okay.
But no, he's okay. He, you know, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Steven actually got coronavirus. I mean, everybody knows because he put a video out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't talked to him like in person in many, many years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But Steven and I worked at Best Buy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know, and he was, I was the warehouse manager, and I think he worked in like the computer department. I can't remember, something like that. But I can remember, like Steven did it. He earned everything up for Boss Man. He used to walk around Austin with a backpack full of samples of his beard products. Hand them out. I mean, he was
doing the street team for real.
Oh yeah, man. And it worked. It worked. I mean, he's literally up there with he's one of the biggest now.
Welcome in, Devin from the Beard Code. Thanks for coming in, man.
Oh, what's up, Devin? Yeah, Devin's
he's gonna be in the hot seat here soon.
Cool. Yeah, Devin's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He had his top 5, and Lemon Delight was number 1.
I saw it.
Yeah. It's when if you put lemon and cake together, it's going to draw some people in.
Okay. So we talked about our past. So let's get back to the Defined Beer Company. I gotta tell me some things that you want to do, like your big goals for Defined Beer Company. Tell me some, like, literally, and not necessarily become a millionaire or whatever, just things you want to do, like, like I want to have my own store or whatever. Tell me some things you want to do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, having a brick and mortar would be a good thing. I mean, not right now, but I kind of want to turn it into a full grooming company, not just beards, and not just men either. Maybe go into the women's line.
I can tell you now, you got a woman's taste here with Lemon Delight, so that's right there, open the door for that.
I have women that order Lemon Delight, and and so, that would probably just to be and turn it in. I want to turn it into a full grooming company, men, women, and I'm going to use a term that Tyson likes to use: shelf ready. I want to be in retail stores.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I got you.
That was a huge reason why I got rid of the tins and I went with the 2-ounce jars, because you get the front facing label.
Right. Uh-huh.
And if anybody knows, if you talk to anybody, if retail stores, anything like that, you have to have a front facing label, else they won't put your product on there, on the shelf.
Is Lemon Delight more of a naughty scent for somersaulting into the bed at night? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say
relaxing. Yeah. You're not going to want to do. You're just going to want to go to bed. And
this is a really good scent, guys. Like I said, coming from a person who doesn't like the food oriented products or in sense of like cake and things like that, I'm wearing this right now. I really like it. It's good. So you're wanting to take them. You want to take Defined to the next step, like legitimately. I'm trying to think deodorant and things of that nature, lotions, and possibly in the future.
Yeah, I've actually made some lotions. I make lotion for my wife and my daughter. I've thought about doing it in the sense, but I mean, that kind of goes back to the boss man thing. He does the co-lotion. Yeah. And so, I kind of was like, I don't want to feel like I'm ripping that off. But I mean, I guess lotion's lotion, no matter, body lotion, body lotion. So,
But in essence, beard butter is body butter.
Yeah. So I mean, that would be I mean, my goal is to, I would say more than having a brick and mortar would be just to get distribution, I guess you would say.
Okay, I got you. Okay, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me some things that you don't want to do or you want to steer away from. If you can't answer that, it's understandable.
Is there anything I don't want to do? Well,
other than fail, obviously.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to fail. I mentioned earlier that the new scent's going to have oud in it. Mm-hmm. I probably won't do too many more ouds. I think it's just been done so many times. I think there's great oud scents out there. But, I think you do one oud and you're good. I'm not really that kind of guy. Tyson will tell you if I was going to do an oud scent, it's probably going to be with him.
Yeah.
I
can honestly say this because it might surprise people. I'm kind of not into the oud scents that much anymore. Nothing personal. I'm all in agreement with you. I think they've kind of, I don't want to say they've run their course, but kind of been over.
Yeah, it's always going to be there. I just think that everybody was doing it all at once is what it was. So just kind of like for a while there, like February, March, it was like oud overload for a second, and
Tim saying, can I just get any product possible and distinguish Caballero in the future? I'm going to imagine so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Oh, what's this? This from Fix from Sweden. Good to see you, Scott. First time this year. You had a live stream. Kerry was on. I was like, deja vu. Yeah, that's right. I hope you're doing good, Fix. I read something up there. I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to the comments as I should. I think he said he wasn't feeling very good earlier. I hope you're feeling better, man.
Yeah.
So
I can tell you one of the things that I don't want to do is start another company.
I wonder why. Tell me if there are any companies you admire, not necessarily compete with, but you're like, that company's doing good work. You know, who have you seen like that, or it's caught your attention
In the beard world?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I gotta go with Fable for one. I still can't believe that that Colin does all that, produces, ships, does all those orders. That he does, and he's reached out and helped me with my butter as well.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I do remember that.
Yeah, a lot of people, when you got my butter in the beginning, it had the little bit of graininess to it, like some butters do. Now it's a little. You've got Lemon Delight. Would you say it's more of a creamy consistency?
Oh yeah, it's still just as good, but I'm like, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, it all started with just I posted. I think I was pouring some butters.
Yeah,
and I posted on Instagram, and I got a message from Colin, and he was like, hey, can I offer up a suggestion? And I told him flat out. I said, well, normally I would say no, but if there's one person I'm going to listen to, it's going to be him because he's obviously done something right,
Right.
And he gave me a suggestion, and I was like, I don't know. And then it worked, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, this actually worked. And so, I'm grateful for him to do that. But, as far as companies go, I look up to Pete, a damn Yankee. He's been in it longer than I have. He sent me a text or message. We were messaging the other day, and he said, he's never seen anybody in his 2 years come into the beard game as strong as I did in the beginning. And I was like, wow, that means a lot because Pete's a veteran. He's been in this, for a while. But so, I got to say, damn Yankee, Fable, Bearded Mac, me and Chris, we're newbies, but,
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Bothers me, it's like he's just as new as you are. And I'm like, I'm just now hearing about him. Like literally because of the summer extravaganza. They sent me a package to check out. Thank you. If you're watching, I appreciate that. I'm going to do a full review of them in the future. And I'm like, where'd these people come from?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of companies that have reached out to help me in all different areas. Like, Colin was the butter. I would say Dave from Man Beard Co. is like, he's kind of like my financial advisor and gives me tips, don't do this, don't do that. These are guys that have been in it for a long time. And so I would be crazy not to listen to them,
Right.
Especially being as young as I am. And as young as my company is. And so, I listen to him a lot. Like I said, Pete, actually, I don't think Pete's watching tonight, but me and Pete have this thing.
The catalog.
I think you said it on yours, right? Whenever we don't even use catalogs. We order online, but if you place one order with Uline, you will get 3 of these a week for the rest of your life.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a funny thing, he sent me a message one time and it was a video, and I was like, what is Pete sending me a video for? He doesn't usually send videos. And I clicked the video and there's a recycling bin there. And I'm going, what is he doing? And all of a sudden I see this hand lift up with that catalog, and he throws it in the recycling bin, shuts the lid. I was like, yes, that's awesome.
What company do you think will hit big next? Hopefully Defined Beard Company. But I don't know.
Honestly, I mean, I hate to beat a dead horse because we just talked about it, but I think the Bearded Mac's going to have a good year for new companies. I'm trying to think of who else. Some new companies. I mean, obviously, I want it to be me. I mean, all of you guys who are in the chat right now, get off chat, go place an order with me. That's what I want. No, I'm kidding. There's so many new great companies out there. I couldn't possibly name them all, but I do got to say that I definitely got to go with, if there's going to be a newer company that's going to probably have a pretty good year this year, I'd have to say it's going to be the Bearded Mac.
Okay. I'm still using their product. Like I said, I'm not going to give away my thoughts or anything for the purpose of the review, but I'm going to tell you, man, I'm digging it so far. That's what I'm going to say. And again, Tyson, you're killing me, man. Like I said, Barden, that is the #1 requested review from Beer Times with Scott right now. I get it almost daily. And like I said, I use my PayPal credit, like if I want to purchase something, and I cannot use it on his website. I have tried. I was like, damn it. I will review the Barden eventually. I will. I want to try Adam's products. I really do.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know this, but Tyson and I were talking for months before I even launched my company.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Tyson pretty much launched my company,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. He was probably the first one to really, because I put up an Instagram page a couple of months before I launched, maybe a month or two before I launched, and was just kind of giving everybody a hint, and it started. That is one thing that Pete said. He said, I think you did it the right way. You kind of threw it out there for people, to see. And I was like, when I started, man, I was putting out, I had like labels that were printed at home and things like that, and to watch the progression has been great. But, I do owe a lot to Tyson for pretty much giving me a head start. I feel like that's kind of what it did, Apparently he was going through drama back then too in the community. I didn't even know what was going on. I heard him talking the other day on Flying Beardsman. He was talking about the drama, and I was like, that was right about the time I started talking to him, and I don't remember it. But it was a good thing that he reached out and we chatted. And I knew he was straight up when I talked to him. I knew he was legit.
Tyson's a really good guy. I respect him very much. Great guy, great YouTube channel. I hate every damn beard oil known to man. I mean, just saying, but that's okay.
I mean, you, Tyson, you guys you helped tremendously in the beginning and getting the word out about my stuff.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I mean, like I said, there's not going to be nothing given away, but Define Beer Company is one of my top companies of 2020. You'll have to wait until December to find out where they land. And also, there's a scent or two that's in that top 10 of beard oils. And there may be some other products in the future. We'll have to wait and see what they are. That's all I have to say about that. But I really do dig Define Beer Company. They have my support 100%. And I'm not plugging them just because I'm really saying this. As I told, I'm going to say it on camera, Kerry. There aren't very many companies that I literally use on a daily basis. I'm just going to put it all out there. I'm going to tell you what's in my bathroom. This is my nighttime scent, and it's upstairs because I put my product upstairs by the bed where I am right now. In my bathroom is Honest Amish at all times. The 1912 Bastard, because I wear it at least 2 or 3 times a week. That's a staple in our house. As I've said, Damn Yankee Beer Company, Define Beer Company, and the other one over there, Fable. That's what I use pretty much on a daily, regular basis if I'm not reviewing products. And I'm just saying it out there,
I'm not laughing. I'm reading Devin's comment. He said he loves my company so much that he's gonna get it tattooed on his forehead. There was a time when I might actually do that too.
Yeah. You go right ahead, Devin. You go right ahead. I almost got a tattoo
of something that we're talking about, and I was told not to do it, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna give it.
Actually told me not to do it. I said okay.
I'm gonna give it a couple of years before I put it on you know, if I'm here and we'll go ahead and set it now live on Scott's stream. If I'm here in 2022, if Defined is still in business, I will get Defined beer. I will get my logo tattooed on me somewhere. Not my forehead, but somewhere.
Actually, for someone who doesn't own the company or a big affiliation, you could just put a 1626 route number on there, you know, road sign.
Yeah, I could.
You know?
Yeah. Man, maybe if things take off well enough, I'll just get all my sins tattooed on me.
put a lemon cake on there. Go right ahead. Yeah. So here's the future of bearding. Do you see it getting any bigger? Do you see it kind of fading out? Do you see it just going straight across the board? How are you seeing it?
I think it's just going to grow. I mean, there's a new bearded guy born every day. You know what I mean? So, but I can't remember who I was talking to the other day, but I said, you know, I sit around all the time. I try to figure out ways to innovate, to come up with something new that nobody's done before.
Uh-huh.
And I just hit a wall every single time. You know, I'm waiting for that game-changing product. You know, I'm not talking about a leave-in conditioner. I mean, those are great, but there's got to be something else out there. You know, I've heard people say things like spray mist and stuff, but I don't think that would be very big in the beard. You know, I'm sure there's people who probably already have that, but I think there just needs, and I'm including myself, man, we've got to try to innovate to advance further, I guess you'd say, than just the usual oil, balm, butter, wash, co-wash, conditioner, you know, things like that. But right now, I mean, like I said, I rack my brain every day trying to think of something new. And I haven't come up with one yet. So I'm no better than the others, you know? So
I think it's safe to say that Defined Beer Company is going to be here in 2 years, whether he believes it or not. I do.
I think the real question is will Balm be around in 2 years?
Are you seeing it kind of go, your sales going down for you?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, whoa, hold on. We got the wizard. Even I won't get the hero tatted on me. He was been in here the whole time. I know he was.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I can sit here and think for every day for a year, and I just go back to the same thing. You know, I go back to doing what I'm comfortable with and doing what I do. I don't really know what the next.
We got call from another maker. I think at this point there's no game changer. Just make quality products and do it for longer than anyone else can.
That's probably the recipe for success right there. You know,
you know what? I really cannot disagree with what Colin says there.
Yeah,
he is the wizard. He's named the wizard.
He's given me good advice, so I mean, he's probably right, and maybe I should stop racking my brain thinking about it. You know,
Mike saying a beard detangler. Yeah. He also said, "Are you coming out with conditioner? We need a wash and conditioner." Well. Oh, there's a question. Colin still says he does $300 to $400 a quarter. So they hold a great place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I just noticed that, you know, most of the combos that are ordered from me are oil butter. I mean, it's not that nobody orders balm, but I know the butter goes faster than the balm.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's always going to be somebody who wants the hold and things like that, you know, and I'll always make it for them, you know, so. I don't.
Well,
really...
I'm reading the comments here, guys. I can't answer some of these questions that I'm seeing here. You're just gonna have to wait for Christmas in July because Kerry, you may get Kerry and I were talking before, and you may get your wish. That's all I can say. That's all I can. I don't know. You may not. He may be making a wash and conditioner all in one. He may be making some new product that you can wash your whole body and condition your whole body. You just got to wait and see. What's the worst thing you can do is just go to an unscented balm. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Very,
just say buy my oils and then I'll give you an unscented balm with it.
Yeah. Well, Kerry, we've been at this for almost an hour and a half now. We've talked about our past and your past with Powder Burn, how I hate the fact that you played Ozfest, and I'm going to still hate you forever for it. And your job. Actually, I actually forgot to ask you, what does an unscented balm sell? Oh, well, you can answer that question.
Yeah, no, I actually just released I just released Unscented. I don't know, a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that.
I have it right here.
I mean, it sells, but it doesn't sell like the others. But it doesn't sit on the shelf either. You know.
I was going to ask you. I forgot to ask you. It's sitting right here in front of me. Your job. What do you do for other than define? If you can talk about it.
Yeah, no. That's totally cool. I actually, Chris from the Bearded Mac calls me Michael Scott because he thinks of The Office, but I sell paper for a living.
That's right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I'm not. I sell like truckloads of paper. Basically to commercial printers, large corporations, school districts, things like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty lucky with the labels. He's a friend and a customer. He prints my labels for me, and so I'll give you the scoop on that. I sell him the vinyl rolls and the matte laminate, and then I buy my labels from him. We just kind of trade off,
Trade off, yeah. like a hard deal type.
Yeah. I sell him the big 54-inch rolls, and he prints the labels for me.
You do have some of the slickest labels. I can't lie, man. They stand out, whether they're just black and white or not. They're honestly just not trying to shameless promote. They're defined. They are very discreet, very slick looking labels.
Well, that one right there, that label, that messed with Tyson's OCD so bad because it had color on it.
Yeah, I figured that.
It drove him nuts, man. He texted me and was like, why did you do color? And I was like, have you ever seen a black and white lemon cake?
Very true. Very true.
So, but I mean, who knows how long that scent will last? I mean, maybe it'll be a yearly thing, maybe not. But man, boy, he lit into me for putting color on my labels.
It's happening. Thank you for coming in, Nate. Good to see you here. All right, we've been at it an hour and a half. It's time. Are you ready?
Yep. Let's hear it.
Kerry Jennings from the Fine Beer Company. You are now officially in the speed round of the hot seat. Let's go. These are questions that some of these you've heard before. Some of them I'm going to ask changes from person to person. But some of them you have to ask them some of those questions. Considering the beard ones, you got to ask the bearded guy the bearded question. So we're going to go ahead and knock them out of the way. Beard comb or beard brush?
Comb.
Comb? Wood kent or oxhorn?
Oxhorn.
Which one is that, by the way?
This is just a generic, just a green sandalwood, buffalo horn comb.
Where'd you get it?
I think I got this on Amazon.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I also use my own combs. It's peachwood, but I've been using this one a lot lately. I'm thinking about actually start stocking those.
Actually, before we go any further into the speed round, do you still have these available?
Mm-hmm.
I have a coworker of mine who I'm going to be giving him the link. He needs to get a comb. He doesn't own one at all, and he's got a very thick beard. He's like, I want to get a wooden one. I was like, right here. So I wanted to make sure you had it before I gave him the link.
Yeah, I still have those. Yeah.
Okay, you have the fine and the wide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I've got the fine tooth. Yeah, the fine tooth and the wide tooth.
Okay, back to the speed round. Beard wash routine, unless not counting you testing out new products or anything like that. Would you stick with your routine?
My routine is I'll wash only, just use beard wash one day. And then the next day I will usually use a conditioner or a co-wash. And then the next day I'll do nothing. And then the next day I'll sometimes do just wash again, or I'll do wash and conditioner. But I try not to do conditioner more than 3 times a week.
Okay.
Because I don't know, after washing and then putting oils in, I kind of like the way it feels, So yeah, that's mine. Wash, nothing, then conditioner, and then wash, rinse, repeat.
Okay. Scent. Okay. Give me a scent that you love in your beard. You're like, oh, that's my shit.
Like mine or anybody's.
Any just like a peppermint, a scent.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta say, I'm more of the cologne type scent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like scent you hate, or you're like, nope.
Scent I hate. There's so many of them. I don't like tea tree at all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, there's tea tree and me don't go well.
One oil for the rest of your life. One beard oil. Whose is it and what is it?
Well, it's gonna be mine. It's gonna be 1626, man.
1626. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually wore that yesterday. Okay. If you could do one thing over again in life, what would it be?
Man, that's a tough one.
Uh-huh.
I probably would have put when we talked about this at the beginning of the show. I played college football. Maybe put some more time into that and see if I could have gone pro.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite football team since we're talking about that?
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans, college football.
Baylor, my alma mater.
Baseball.
Say it again.
Baseball.
Oh, Astros.
Okay. Basketball. Pro.
Rockets.
College.
Baylor.
Hockey.
Don't watch hockey.
Okay. Hockey's kind of like half and half. Some people do, some people don't.
I don't have a problem with it. It's just we're in Texas. There's not a whole lot of hockey going on.
I got to ask you, just because you're in Texas, NASCAR?
I don't mind NASCAR. I mean, but I have a hard time watching somebody go around a track 150 times.
He might get a left turn. He might get a left turn.
Yeah, okay. It's like, wow, he just did that again and again and again.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Jägermeister or Jäger Bomb?
Well, my band was sponsored by Jägermeister, so
I'm gonna have to Jäger or a straight Jäger or a Jäger Bomb.
It's straight Jäger.
I've always said the greatest drink was a shot of Jäger and one right behind it. I've always said that forever.
Yep.
Your favorite are Jäger or bourbon?
Bourbon.
Your favorite bourbon?
TX whiskey.
Okay, all right. Your favorite drink other than alcohol? It could be tea, whatever.
I like the orange Jarritos, however you want to say it.
Okay.
The Mexican soda.
Your favorite cereal?
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, all right. Your best road meal when you're touring in the band. The best road meal.
Any meal. When you're touring.
How did I know that's what you were going to say?
Like, wow, we get to eat tonight? Amazing.
Best show you ever played?
Say that again?
Best show you ever played?
Probably. Oh man, we played some good ones. But I'm gonna go with the Misfits show. It was down in the valley. Yeah, it was down in the valley in Texas. And it was insane. Like I said, I mean, those guys weren't great to hang out with, but the show was good and it was crazy. That was a crazy show.
The worst show you ever played?
Man, there's probably been more than one of those, but yeah, I would say we played a show with Mudvayne and Nothing Face. I don't know if you remember those guys.
Oh yeah, they're from my area. They're from Boulder.
Yeah, that turned out to be a total cluster. That was the worst.
On their end.
Pretty much on everybody's end. I don't think for some reason, everybody was off that night.
Okay. Your favorite band?
My favorite band right now?
Anyone. It doesn't matter. Parkway Drive?
Parkway Drive.
Your all-time favorite song?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with If I'm 555, you're 666.
Oh, wow. That was one of those. You answered my next one, Slayer or Metallica. You said Metallica. Your favorite Slayer song?
Rain and Blood.
And album? Rain and Blood?
Yeah, same album.
Your favorite Metallica song and album?
My favorite Metallica song is good. My favorite album is going to be Master of Puppets, and it's going to be the same thing,
Okay.
Same song.
Okay. Tell me one thing that I don't know about Texas.
That you don't know about Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you already know that everything's bigger here, so.
Mm-hmm.
What do you not know? That it's actually Texas gets a bad rap, man. Like they think that we're just like shooting guns off and going crazy down the streets, and we love our guns in Texas, but we're actually great. We're actually good people, man.
Okay.
Texas is a great place.
Are you a Western or a horror and thriller type of guy to watch movies?
Horror.
What is your favorite Western movie if you had to pick one?
A Western?
Yeah.
You want to? This is gonna make you crack up because it's not really a traditional Western, but I'm gonna go with Blazing Saddles.
Okay. All right. What's your favorite horror thriller movie?
Oh man, I love the Saw series.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they got a little corny towards the end, but the first 2 or 3 were pretty good.
What's your favorite killer from the horror genre?
Michael
Really?
Myers. Yeah.
Your favorite TV show that you could watch over and over and over and over again?
Naked and Afraid.
Okay. Your favorite actor?
The Dude.
Jeff Bridges.
The Dude.
Tell me something that we don't know about Defined Beer Company.
You mean the company itself, or
something that we don't know about Defined Beer Company?
Probably don't know that a lot of people don't realize that I actually do wholesale and things like that behind the scenes, I don't rely online, but I also dabble heavily into the local wholesale business.
Okay.
Well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So then you do all for wholesale. That's I did not know that. Tell me a person that you want to meet. Famous or not?
Ooh. Person I want to meet, man, there's a ton of them, but I'm gonna go with man, I'm gonna have to say it again. I'm gonna go with the Dude. I want to meet Jeff Bridges. I want to have a White Russian with Jeff Bridges.
Okay. Your hero or your idol growing up, whichever you want to call it.
Nolan Ryan.
Wow.
You know who that is?
Oh yeah, Strikeout King, man. Of course.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He can strike you out and kick your ass at the same time.
Your favorite city you ever played in?
Oh, Los Angeles, Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah. And which is ironically the city where I decided to quit the band.
Powder Burn reunion, if it ever happened?
Well, I mean, my drummer Joel, he used to text me like right around Christmas every year and say, hey, why don't we do this? And I'd say, yeah, sure. And then it never happened,
Aww.
So, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. It wouldn't, I'm not opposed to it, but we've tried.
Okay.
We've tried.
Your lucky number?
9.
And if you could change one thing about history, what would it be?
Man, I mean, that's a good question with like everything that's going on right now, in the world, how crazy it's been, I kind of wish that, we'd all just, I think I'd go back and say, let's just not have any more mainstream media. Let's just, let's get rid of the news, man, and just let people live their lives and be good people and be good to each other and not have somebody tell us that, this person's bad, this person's good, this person does this person does that. I mean, you got to really watch your mouth these days, and I think if you go back in history and you take those presses away and I think a lot of things would change,
Okay. Kurt Cobain or Lane Staley?
Lane Staley.
This one's a tough one for me to answer because these are two big ones. Or Corey Taylor or Phil Anselmo?
That's tough because Phil's from Texas.
No, I don't know if I can answer that question. That's tough.
Ooh, that is a tough one. I feel like I should.
They both got powerful hollering voices. They both have good singing voices. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Phil.
Okay. And 3 wishes. You rub the genie lamp. 3 wishes. What would they be?
Well, obviously, the first wish would be that there would be a nice stack of $100 bills sitting right next to me. That's the first one. Second one would be just for my company to succeed, and when I say succeed, I mean move forward into the vision that I talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. And the third one would be get my son out of college, get my daughter through college, and be done with paying for tuition.
Okay. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, you've officially been in the hot seat for the night.
Yeah.
I'll always ask 2 questions. Who would you like to see come on to be in the hot seat?
I would say, God, there's so many people out there. You got to get Mo on here for sure. You gonna have Mo on anytime soon? Shark?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I've left it open to where I've had wanted to see people would like to come on because Mo, Brian, I know Tyson wants to do it as well, and I love all 3 of those guys. And nothing personal to them. I was like, I want to see who wants to reach out that I don't interact with, and I've actually gotten quite a response. I'm going to have Mo, Tyson, and Brian probably maybe around the back to school September time is what I'm thinking. I'm actually booked up I'm starting to book up August right now. I've actually started my first one for August. And I don't make any money off of this. If anybody's wondering, I don't pay them. This is literally just us getting to know each other and chat and just having a good couple. And speak of the freaking devil, look who walks in the door.
That was perfect timing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, but yeah. I told Tyson, Mo, and Brian, I was like, I'm going to put you on just, whenever you really want to do it, just let me know. But I'm starting to set sessions up for August right now. So yeah. I got another 6 weeks or so of this going. I'm actually doing it because you guys are tuning in to watch, honestly. And I like I said, I wanted to bring something different to the channel, and I hope you guys are digging it.
Yeah, I mean, as far like, and if you want to talk about like beard companies, I think Chris Mack, Beard Mac, I think he'd be a good one. Chris is a really knowledgeable person, and he's really good for this community.
Okay,
he's done his homework, and me and him kind of been playing off each other and learning off each other, and I think he'd be a good guy for you to have on your show as well.
And what do you think I should change or maybe add to if there is anything?
I don't know if you really need to change anything. I mean, I think what you're doing is great as it is, maybe you should have like a Vanna White like next to you, like holding the questions up on a card or something.
How do you know they're not on my whiteboard over there? Other than the fact I didn't look over there.
Okay, well then let's just say girls in bikinis holding up the question cards.
I'm all in. You're not going to get my wife on. You will not see her in a bikini, though. She won't do it. I'm telling you in advance. We're going to have hired help for that.
Yeah.
I have very few, if any at all, photos of my wife on my phone. I can honestly say I've got a wife who doesn't like her picture taken. I'm like, it's that's okay. You know, she just doesn't like taking pictures.
Mine's the exact opposite, man. She's all over Facebook.
It's no secret. It's no secret. Like I said, I don't want to use this time to put something out like this, but it's no secret that I haven't put out a lot of video content when it comes to making bearding videos. And the number one reason, honestly, guys, is because I have an essential job, and I haven't stopped working. And the sad thing, but a good thing, I'm working mad hours right now. Today was actually the first day that I've had an 8-hour work day in working on 3 months. I'm working 10 to 12 to 13, 14 hours a day nonstop. And you guys know that my day starts at 3 a.m. That's when I start working. So Mandy, and I've been apologizing to her left and right because I haven't really been helpful doing things around the house. It's like I play catch up on Saturday and Sunday. I've got reviews that I need to put out from months ago. Literally, I've got to do a review of the bearded pup that I had him on a live stream, 6 weeks ago, maybe, or longer. I just haven't had time to do it. And I'm sorry. I've got to do a review of the bearded pup. I'm working on using the bearded Mac. And like I said, I'm sorry I just haven't made a lot of content for you guys. I've really wanted to have this new session take off, and I've been putting more time and effort into that. And not that I'm not going to continue, but I've kind of taken a step back from making review videos and content for bearding and such. And I wanted to do more for the community. I wanted to do that because of all the negativity and bullshit that's been going on, which we've discussed privately, needs to fucking end. And I've been trying to get us back together to the way it used to be. Because in all essence, guys, it's just a beard. It can be gone tomorrow. You know, it's just facial hair. There's no need to cause chaos. And I said chaos on purpose. I did. It's just negativity. Yeah. Cut it out. I say this every single video, guys. Cut the shit.
Yeah. You know, I had told you that, you know, being a business owner, it's not our job to get involved in any of that stuff or anything like that. But we see it, you know, we see it just like everybody else. And, you know, I mean, I wish everybody could get along. It's fine to disagree on, you know, products and things like that, but and still be good with each other. But, you know, I know there's wounds that run deep in some places, I guess.
Yeah.
You know.
But like I said, I wanted to do something different and bring the community together where you can literally get to know makers, consumers, people in the community, product reviewers, and not necessarily like this. Just like this. Let me get to know you, you know. Let's talk about things, you know.
Yeah.
I'm Scotch Irish. I probably have the worst potty mouth in the bearding community. I'm serious. You watch my old videos, I would just drop an F-bomb without a hesitation, even talking about a product. I've tried to clean that up a little bit over the years. I try to. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a rant, anything goes. Like I said, this channel is raw, uncut, and uncensored, and always will be. And it's people like Kerry who I have appreciation for, who I have a lot in common with, and I know he's a great guy in general. I wanted to bring a guy like Kerry on for you guys so you can get to know Define Beard Company, get to know more about the company. I believe in this company 100%. I really do. And I don't really know what more I can say about Define Beard Company. What can you say?
Man, I'll say thank you for one thing, you know, for believing in us. And you were one of the beginning, just like I said earlier, you know. That's all we can do is just ask for support and give us a try. I stand behind my products 100%, and I've got, you know, other people who feel the same, who have, you know, influence, and hopefully we'll make that a little bit easier for someone to take that leap and try to find, you know.
There's a discount code for you guys in my description. It's BTWS15. Try anything. I've got all the products so far, and not one of them has let me down. I released one of them. More than likely, I'll be releasing another one in the future. More about that in the future. But we'll just let that cat out of the bag. In October, probably, you're going to be seeing a collaboration with Beard Times with Scott and Define Beard Company. The scent profile will be confidential until it's released. It will not be a secret. Will no be will not be anything released. This is going to be my first fall scent, and I think they're going to dig it.
And I'm going to answer Joshua Rick's question. I see it real quick. I know we got to go, but he's asked me if I use biotin. I don't use it all the time, but I have used it. I've done, 90 days at a time just to see. And I mean, the one thing that I noticed about biotin was that I was cutting my fingernails every 3 or 4 days.
Then that stuff, done that stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I know
this is going to. I don't have anything against it. You use it. Yeah.
I'm just going to sound disgusting to you guys, but I don't cut my nails. I never have. I bit them off and still do since I was 5 years old. I was biting my fingernails off left and right. My God, I couldn't stand it, man. It was annoying.
Yeah.
Do you have any hot seat questions for me?
Actually, you know what? I do. What are your hobbies other than music? What do you do on, like, when you finally get some time off work? What is it you like to do, whether it be around the house or go somewhere else? What do you like to do as an alternate hobby?
Read. I like cool. As you guys see my posts and stuff, I'm an avid Stephen King reader. I've pretty much watched a lot of his movies, and one day it just crossed my mind, why haven't I read any of his books? And the first one I read was The Stand. I got it actually when Mandy and I went on our honeymoon. Was honeymoon? Yes. So on our honeymoon, or when we got married in 2017, we went up to our getaway in Wellsboro, and there was a bookstore there of all things. I was like, let's go take a look, because small town. Let's go see what they do, what's in this town. And I was like, and there's the Stephen King section. I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I've watched these. Why haven't I read them? And the first one was The Stand, 1,400 freaking pages. And I was like, I'm going to, and I started reading his books, and I'm hooked. He's my favorite author. He is. It's actually, I haven't put up the picture. Mandy's aunt and uncle bought me his newest release, If It Bleeds. I got it in a hardback. It was my first ever hardback I got. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, man, that's awesome. I like to read. I'm a movie freak. Me and Mandy watch movies and TV like all the time. We are always watching movies and such. So I guess I'm a movie buff.
Cool.
And
I got two more. I got two more here for you.
Okay.
One of them's the softball, and the other one's going to put you on the spot. Let's say who was your favorite band to play with?
Favorite band I ever played with? Just big or local, or either?
Either.
Favorite band I played with? It's got to be Hatebreed. It's got to be Hatebreed, because that was who my band disfigured. We stole their sound, literally. We stole their sound. If you go listen to Ashes to Existence on Spotify or iTunes by the band Disfigure, spelled DYS Figure, I'm the singer on the album, and I did the drumming on the album, and I had a guitar player and a bass player. We were in the middle of changing drummers at the time, so I literally went and go listen to that album. If it don't sound like Hatebreed, I don't know what to tell you. Local, it's got to be one of two bands. Honestly, One Slack Mind. They are to this day my favorite local band I ever played with. They're still playing to this day on Spotify as well. I am not a racist person by any means, so if anyone this is not any disrespect. Their singer is an African American. He's a black guy. And he doesn't sound like it at all. He just hollers like we used to. He sings like we used to. You never know. Rich Wilson is one of my best friends, and he's the reason why I kept playing music. Rich Wilson and One Slack Mind, based out of Dale City, Virginia. They're a 3-piece band. Drummer, the guitar player plays the bass with like modules and such, like it's like processing, and Rich is the singer. They're literally a mix between Sabbath, Caius, Devil Driver, and Coal Chamber all in one. Like, they have a sound like I've never heard before. I absolutely love that band. And Altars of Ruin. They're not a band. They faded out pretty quickly, but we had some of the greatest times ever played with. Altars of Ruin. Oh my God. If they're on YouTube, you'll be like, damn, they were good.
Yeah. And my last question, like I said, that other one was a softball. Here you go. Who's your favorite beer company?
Define beard company.
All right, let's end the stream right now.
I knew where that one was going. I was like, okay, I see that. Let's just say if you watch my YouTube channel, my Instagram, you know who my favorites are. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it's no secret. I have some select favorites. I have some that I use here and there. I have some that I've just thrown in the garbage. Not because of personal reasons, but because I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But like first company you reviewed and you still use it.
Honest Amish.
The first company I reviewed. Now, the first thing I ever reviewed was a Liberty beard brush, which is actually still, I have it to this day. That was my first review. It's this brush. You can't buy it anymore. This brush was on Amazon for like $1 years ago. That was the first product I ever reviewed. I think it's Boss Man, honestly. I think it's Boss Man. I think it was the first company. Honest Amish was one of them.
You reviewed the jelly?
Yeah, it was Stagecoach, which that scent was, God, it was good. But the more and more I used it, no offense to Steven, it almost had like a root beer type, like a Dr. Pepper smell to it. It's still
sweet.
good.
It's sweet. Yeah. I have it. I got it in there.
Yeah. I think it was Boss Man brand was the first company. You have to go back and look. You have to look at my reviews and such, because no offense to any company, I've reviewed hundreds of companies. I really have. I feel old saying that. Oh,
we're old.
I'm not even 40 yet.
Oh God, I'm almost 50. 40. I'll be 47 in August.
47 in August. Well, cat's been out of the bag. Kerry and Tyson have a collaboration coming very soon, depending on when it comes to Tyson's house in the mail. You may see that on Sunday, you may see it Monday, but you will see that collaboration released by this time no longer, or by this coming Thursday. How much of that bottle? Oh, the 4-ounce bottle of 1912. I'm getting ready to empty out my 1-ounce bottle, and then I'll start on the 4. So another week, and I'll be into the 4-ounce. But we have a collaboration coming out with the Fine Beard Company and Tyson the Faithfully Bearded within the arrival of Tyson's house. So it'll be any day now, guys. Be on the lookout for that. You're going to enjoy it because he told me the scent profile, and I want to try it myself. There will be a collaboration with me and the Fine Beard Company in the fall, and you'll get more information when we release it. We're not letting out any secrets for this one. So we'll be working on that very soon. And Kerry's a part of my Christmas in July. So you're going to get he gets 4 days to give away whatever he wants to give away. Tyson sent you could get a tester of our collaboration. You never know. Never know. But I got 7 companies to give for giveaways for you guys. 7 companies, 4 days each, and then 2 big winners. So it's going to be a big July for you and me. Yeah,
it's going to be a huge July for me. I mean, as long as everything falls into place and the timing, if anything goes wrong and it doesn't happen in July, it'll definitely be the 1st of August. But I'm almost positive it'll be July.
Awesome. Well, be on the lookout for Tyson's channel and my channel. What date is Christmas in July? It's all month long, Billy Rogers. I'm getting ready to make the video any day now for advertising it, and it's really simple. All you have to do is going to be pretty much Instagram based because I use Instagram the most, and I'm going to put the video out on Instagram and here on YouTube. And all you really have to do is you have to follow me and all 7 companies that are involved, which is Damn Yankee Beer Company, Define Beer Company, the Detroit Grooming Company, Artiest Man, Beard Justice, Lone Bear Beard, and Beard Gents. And but what's going to happen is every day on my Instagram page, I'm going to be asking you all a question. You have to answer it. And I may not be making all these videos. Tyson may make one. Kerry may make one. We may have Bearded Motivation. They'll send me that little 60-second video, and I'm going to post it every day. You answer the question. You have till 12 o'clock noon of that day to answer, and I will comment closed. And every person who got it right, you are entered that day. And that day or that evening, I will go like this. There's your winner. Bam. Every single day, we're just going to have a different winner. And you never know what you're going to receive. Like I said, Detroit Grooming may send you a hat and a t-shirt. Defined Beer Company may send you products that aren't even out yet. You're going to get something free every day in July. But 2 days, one lucky winner will receive at least an oil and balm or butter combo from every company. So that's like double Christmas in July for two people.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's going to be fun.
Dave says, he says, I like Black Sabbath. I win. You may win one. You never know. But I'll be making that announcement. Excuse me. I'll be making that announcement here very soon. It's been fun, Kerry. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. It was very fun. Very fun. Keep doing what you're doing, man. This is really cool. I like the turn you've taken with it, and keep having, good content and cool people on, and it'll obviously keep growing. I know everybody I've talked to loves it, so you're doing it right.
Logan, yes, you need to make an Instagram because the only way to win is on Instagram. Yes, that's all. No one's going to win on YouTube. It's all going to be Instagram driven. Only because it's really simple for someone to use their phone and just quick video, send. That's why I did it this way. And yes, that's my opinion, as Dave likes to say, my opinion. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Kerry for being a part of this. This is going to be messed up because I don't remember, and I'm terribly sorry for this. I am now erasing Kerry Defined Company off the schedule. I do this every day, every week. So the next one we have, which is next Thursday, I'm terribly sorry for forgetting this. We have Jeffrey from Artiest Man. Jeffrey from Artiest Man will be in the hot seat next week.
Awesome.
Yeah,
wow.
We're gonna have. I was surprised.
Heavy hitter.
I was surprised that I could get a hold of one of them. No offense to them. I know that they're as busy as anybody else, and they were like, "Yeah, we're in." I was like, "Nice." So Jeffrey from Artiest Man, I think he handles the Instagram account, and I've talked to him quite a bit. So we're gonna have him talking to us. So we'll have the Thick Oil Company in the hot seat next week.
Cool.
I'll
be watching.
Is there anything else you want to add to tonight?
No, man, I had fun. It was great. Thanks for everybody for all the questions, and I'm glad everyone got to learn something about me. It's always nice to know, who you're buying your products from and the history behind them. And I think this did it.
Sweet. Well, everybody, thank you for your support. Greatly appreciate you all watching. Be on the lookout for my Christmas in July video here on YouTube and on Instagram. The giveaways will all be announced and going on Instagram in the entire month of July. I'm anxious to see these videos that all these companies are going to be putting out for me because I know you guys are going to be creative. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
Everybody keep on bearding. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Father's Day, Kerry. I forgot to say that to you. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
And all you followers that are following and watching, have yourselves a happy Father's Day. I'll be doing the same with my daughters. See you next week.
All right. Later.